Hello, and we're on. Yeah, I'm just responding to. Just trying to get this right. Sorry. Okay, I'm just responding to the video I just saw. About the $10,000 reward if you can prove that Jesus said that I am God, worship me. It seems to be a lot of um, conveniency. What I mean by that is like this brother in the video is using scripture, the Bible script, biblical scripture, when it's convenient for him to use it. That is, he's using Jesus when he says, "Our Father who art in heaven," because he doesn't say "my Father." Excuse me, "my Father." In that particular verse, he does say "my Father" in other places, but at this point in the scripture, he's saying "our Father." But you're using that scripture to say that Jesus never said "I am God," but you're deleting the other places that when he does say "I am the light of the world," "I am the way, the truth, the life, the resurrection, and the life." I mean, it's like you're saying, like, I'll use Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John when it's convenient for me to prove my point, but I'll delete the parts of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John when it goes against my point. So you'll use the Lord's Prayer when he says "Our Father," but you won't use when he speaks in definite articles, "I am the way, the truth, the life, the light of the world, the resurrection, and the life." You delete when he's making himself more than just a prophet, more than just a man with blood and bone. He's making himself to be something else, something other. I won't even say God. I'll just say he's making himself to be something other. And if you're going to delete Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John because they are um, speaking on Jesus and not Jesus because Jesus didn't speak for himself in a writing, if you're going to delete Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in that regard, then delete Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Don't use Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Don't use Paul. Don't use Peter. But you already know the systemic problem. If you delete Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all the epistles of Paul and Peter, all of Acts, then you're deleting the existence of Jesus. And if you delete the existence of Jesus, your Quran becomes corruptible and fallible. Because if you delete Jesus, then how do you prove the Quran? Then the Quran is jacked up. So where does the Quran get Jesus from? The Quran gets Jesus because the angel Gabriel told the prophet to read the Injil and to read the Torah. That's where they get. That's why we read Jesus or Isa in the Quran. That's why we read the virgin birth. That's how a Muslim knows about the virgin birth or the crucifixion of Jesus, because the Prophet Muhammad read the Injil. Now if the Injil has been corrupted, or you're saying Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John can't be trusted, then don't use them at all. But if you don't use them at all, then you've discredited the prophet from talking, because that's where he gets Jesus from. Okay, yeah, hit me back.